Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Green, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I thank the ranking member as well. Mr. DeMarco, some things bear repeating. You've indicated to Mr. Scott, and I may be paraphrasing, that you believe that there's a role for the public sector in home mortgage financing. Is this correct?
I do, Congressman.
That then means, sir, that you are now in agreement with the builders that I talk to, the bankers that I talk to, the realtors that I talk to. I think that this is a fair assessment when I say that most of the people who are involved in this process that I talk to see a public as well as a private role in mortgage financing. Is this a fair statement?
It is, and to be clear and elaborate on it, I think...
well, let me do this, because the time is limited, and I'll try to give you some time to elaborate. But I do want to add this, that because you and I agree that there's a role for the public sector, it also means that you and I disagree with people who say that there is only a role for the private sector. You and I have to assume that this is a fair statement. True? Well, Mr. DeMarco, listen. You and I are going to have to agree or disagree. And right now, you and I seem to be in agreement.
We are, Congressman.
All right, that's what I'm talking about, Mr. DeMarco. Our agreement. Mr. DeMarco, that makes news for me, because prior to this hearing, I was not absolutely sure where you were, and I appreciate your being absolutely certain as to where you are. Now, moving along quickly, Mr. DeMarco, you indicated that you support the HARP program. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
That is a refi program.
Yes, sir, it is.
And Mr. DeMarco, if you support it, tell me, how are you working to make sure that persons who are under the purview of the GSEs can benefit from your support?
We have continually looked at the performance of this program and made changes to make this more accessible to borrowers around the country. And I think that the numbers in 2012 speak for themselves. But importantly, we are not done. And as I said a little bit earlier, we're intending to undertake a marketing campaign in the near future to make citizens more aware of this program and the potential benefit.
Permit me to ask this. Is there something that prevents you from creating an automated process by which you can send notices to persons who are financed through the GSEs, you hold their mortgages, sending them a notice indicating to them that they may be eligible for this program?
That is being done, Congressman. It is done by their mortgage servicer.
By the mortgage servicer?
Yes, sir.
Would it in any way be too much, be done to an extent that we would conclude that we've done more than we should for you to do this with the portfolio that you have?
I think we're doing quite a lot here with it, and I'm not sure what you're driving at, but
well, I'll tell you what I'm driving at with 1 minute and 35 seconds left. We've got a lot of people, Mr. DeMarco, who can pay a lower mortgage payment and keep their homes.
Yes, sir.
Many of them may lose their homes. I think that we can do more to make them aware of the refi program that you've talked about. Mm-hmm. And I think that coming from you and in your august position, this would mean something to them. So I'm going to ask that you consider doing something by way of a notice.
Okay. Well, I've already committed that we're going to undertake a public marketing campaign, and we're going to participate.
Does public marketing mean notice? Public marketing is a nebulous term.
We want to improve the general public awareness, and we also want to reach out directly in those communities where.
So I'm going to have to take, Mr. DeMarco, take it from your testimony that you're not saying that you will send a notice.
I'm sorry, Congressman. I already said that we are and have been sending notices directly to borrowers about this.
You have?
Yes, sir.
Then I misunderstood you, and I owe you an apology for misunderstanding.
That's fine. I'm
okay.
sorry
Well,
for the confusion.
Mr. DeMarco, I like you.
Thank you.
Okay, and I want to make sure we understand each other. Now, let me move quickly to the National Affordable Housing Trust Fund. Do you believe that such a fund should exist, Mr. DeMarco, that we should have a fund to help us maintain our affordable housing stock?
Congressman, that really is outside the bailiwick of my responsibility as regulator and conservator. That's a policy decision for the Congress. I really am not, I didn't come here prepared to have an opinion about the trust fund.
I'll accept your answer, Mr. DeMarco. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
The gentleman's time has expired.